AI agents are all the craze right now. You've got OpenAI charging people $200 to use their operator agent. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to build an AI agent like this one completely for free with no coding experience. So I went to the AI agent and I said, go on Amazon, grab me an Elgato key light and add it to my cart. And as you can see, it navigated over to Amazon, searched up for an Elgato key light, and it's going to click search right here. By the way, I'm not touching this at all. This is all the AI agent that I'm going to teach you how to make today. I'm going to go ahead and select one and add it to the cart. Now, of course, I didn't ask it to check out and buy it, but only to add it to my cart. I could ask it that, but for this demonstration, we're only going to add it to the cart, and then it's going to end the session on the web browser and confirm that it's done. So the first step to get this set up is you want to make sure that you have Python installed on your computer. Now, if you don't know if you have Python or not, you want to go to the terminal and just search for terminal right here and then do Python /version. And if you get the version, that means you have Python. Congratulations. Now, if you don't have Python, that's fine. You can go on this website. You can just click download Python and go through the setup process. Very easy. And then come back here. Now, once you've done and you've downloaded Python, you want to go to browser use, which is a free open source software that connects AI agents to your browser. So what you want to do before any of this, we want to get set up to install all this stuff, is you want to open up a terminal and you want to make a file for your project. We're going to cd into desktop, and then we're going to make dir to make a directory called AI agent test. Now, I already have that, so we're just going to cd into it. After you've created it, I only got an error because I already made it. You're going to cd into AI agent and you're going to be there for now. What you want to do is click pip install browser use. You're just going to copy it over here. You're going to go into this directory and you're just going to enter right here. Now, it should work. If this doesn't work and it produces an error, you can try pip3 install browser use, but most of the time pip is going to work and it's going to be fine. So once you've installed browser use, you're done with the first step. Congratulations. So now we want to use web UI to create a UI interface for browser use. But before we get started with the steps, we're going to actually clone the repo here. So we have a fresh new repo. So you're just going to do git clone and then this. And then as you can see, we already have it. It already exists for me, but it might not exist for you if you haven't done this already. So all you have to do is just git clone this repo and then come back here. And now we're ready to go. Now we want to have UV installed to set up the Python environment and install packages. I have it opened up right here. It's just a package manager like pip or pnpm. They want us to use UV, so we're going to do that. If you have macOS or Linux, right here. If you have Windows, right here. I'm going to use Windows because my computer is Windows based, and we're just going to install UV, and it's going to tell you everything is installed and ready to go. And then after that, you are ready to ls and then cd into web UI. And then after you're in web UI, you want to make sure you're in web UI. You want to do a UV VNV, create a virtual environment for Python, and it should confirm and say activate it with this command. We're going to copy it and paste it and activate our virtual environment. Now, if you're in Mac, you're going to use this command. If you're on Windows, you're going to use the command I used. Next is actually installing the requirements.txt. You're just going to go ahead and do UV pip install requirements.txt, and it's going to install all the requirements to run this app. Now, this is why we created a virtual environment. We don't want to install all these on our computer, waste space, and have just a bunch of bloat on our computer. So that's what's nice about having virtual environments, is you can just create apps, pull them up, and then bring them down whenever you want, and it won't affect your PC. Now, the next step is installing Playwright on this VNVA. Just click Playwright install and it should work. Everything's good to go. Okay, so now you want to actually take this command and copy over the env example. You don't have to know what this is. It's just our environment variables that have our API keys for all our AIs and LLMs. That's how you store them securely so you don't accidentally expose them to the internet or to GitHub repo. So once you copy env example.env, which means just copy, now we're pretty much at the finish line. Once we are done, we're just going to run this command right here from here. We're going to copy it over. It says it's login set up. Everything's looking good. And it says running on localhost here. We're just going to click on this. And as you can see, we have our web UI interface ready to go. We're going to go on LLM configuration. And here is where you insert your API key. If you don't have an API key, that's totally fine. You can either use DeepSeek or Gemini completely for free. Now, at the time of recording, DeepSeek is going through a hurdle with their security. So no new API keys are being produced. So we're going to use Gemini. So you're going to click on Gemini, and then you're going to go on this link called aistudio.google.com. You're going to create an API key. You're going to create a project. Very easy. You just follow the steps on the website. Once you're done, you just grab your API key. I've already have it, and then enter it right here and it's ready to go. Then if you want to test it out, you're just, they have the first test. And as you can see, it's opened up a Chromium browser. It's going to search for OpenAI for me, just like the directions I gave it. And then it's going to hit search. And yeah, that's basically it. You can use it for anything now, whatever you want. So you can give it any sort of commands. Just for example, like open my Amazon and see my wish list and order something out of it using email and password to log in. Now, of course, I'm not going to give you my email and password, but theoretically it should be able to do that. It's just going to log in and then check out into a sign-in page. It's going to know where to go in order to sign in, which is absolutely awesome. And that's how web UI and web use are interacting. So you've got two elements of this. Browser use is what allows AI agents to interact with your browser. As you can see, these boxes that are popping up, that's what browser use is doing. So as you can see, it's got to a point where it's trying to add an email or password. It's not going to be able to add them because I had blanks in them. So it's going to keep trying, but if you want, you can just stop it and it's going to say it's stopping. You also can see the logs here, stop request by user. And then, yeah, you can also go on recordings and see the recordings of what this AI did. Now imagine if you're running this at a time, you want to, start it at 1 p.m. and you leave your computer, you can go back on recordings and it has video recordings of what happened exactly and what the AI was doing. And yeah, it's pretty cool. That's how you create an AI agent all by yourself without paying a single cent and completely without code. You didn't have to pay $200 a month that OpenAI is trying to charge you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. By the way, I'm trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I'm also starting streaming on Twitch, and I have a Discord down below where all new startup founders can join together and share news and share ideas with each other. And you might find the next software engineer or co-founder on that Discord. So make sure you follow the links down below, find all these helpful stuff. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys.